Hello everyone, this is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with some Season 11 action from the Cabalvision Champions Cup playoffs. And we are continuing Round 2 coverage. And a little bit later on, we are going to do the Cross-Platform Cup, where we're going to see all the match scheduling and all of the teams, I believe, with Bernie Buffin. So, come and watch me for that. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at Ducke, the Lizard Man team, taking on the Bretonnian team of Cyberknight, the real praiser of sun. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the replay. Like I said, I do not watch any of these replays. I have no idea what goes on, but definitely, as you can see on my predictions table, I did say that I like Ducke. I mean, how can you not like Ducke, right? I mean, how can you not? But still, he is not someone that will always just win, right? I mean, sure, he's the three-time Champions Cup previous winner, but there are times in which he's shown that he is still just a human. Here, Ducke, the beat of the rising sun, the Lizard Man team will be facing off against Cyberknight, the real praiser of sun, the Bretonnian team. And there is the coin flip, and when you think about it, anything can definitely happen, and Cyberknight may be the person that could turn things around on Ducke and make it to where he could, in fact, lose it today. The real praiser of sun, it appears that he's actually going to opt to kick the ball. Very ballsy move, but it appears that he has something defensively up his sleeve. No throw rocks or get the ref because of the stadium inducements, and we're going to see how Ducke is going to perform this offense today. As you see there, the skink now does have sure hands on him. A few championships ago, I think it was the Champions Cup Season 3, in which Ducke was also in, his Lizard Man team almost made it through to the semifinals, except that he faced off against a Wood Elf team who had strip ball, and he could not hold the ball against him. And here, as you can see, he has absolutely learned from his mistake and got sure hands on his main ball carrier. Let's take a look at the skills real quick before we get too much further on, and we're going to see this Bretonnian Knight. He's got the blodge, he's got the tackle, and also the lineman here. The Bretonnian lineman with the guard ability. This one will block and the kick ability. And then more Knights. This one here with +1 in strength, +1 in agility. He's basically a vampire without needing to do the bloodlust rolls. And then the frenzy sidestep, more blodge here. And then the blocker does have the wrestle, does have the tackle, and the mighty blow for him. And then a dirty player lineman, always a staple for any of those Bretonnian linemen. And then another Knight there with the +1 in agility, sidestep with more blodge on his side. And of course here in the front line we see more guard here for those blockers on the Bretonnian team. Definitely with the strength access, you really want to get guard for those guys pretty much on the first skill. And then he's got the dodge for both of these guys, going to manage to keep those guys up and safe. And then 3 more linemen to come in for the Bretonnian team. And let's see what the Lizard Man team has in store. The Croxagore, quite possibly regarded one of the best big guys out there. He's got block. He's got the +1 in strength as well. So 6 strength Croxagore. And then the guard ability with the stand firm. Then he's got just about block on all of his SARs as well. Very much needed. Gonna have mighty blow and guard for that one. Gonna have the guard, block, and also stand firm. +1 in strength, so he's basically a Croxagore himself. So this Croxagore graduated, and then this SARS became a Croxagore without the prehensile tail. And then the break tackle with the frenzy tackle, and then more tackle here. Mighty blow, guard, and the block here, and then more mighty blow and the guard block here for that SARS over there. As I said before, the skink +1 in movement allowance and the sure hand sidestep blodge. And then also the sidestep here for that skink. More sidestep right there. Then the lone level 1 SARS right there in the backfield. He's going to be jumping in there and possibly taking more hits than he really wants, but hopefully Latte will get some more SPP and find himself a little bit leveled up a little bit later on. Gonna have a pair of skinks to come in, and so we are ready to rock. As I said at the beginning of the programming, Ducke regarded as one of the best PC ladder players out there because of the fact that he did win 2 Champions Cup back-to-back, defeating lots of great rivals in which a lot of people just did not think he would, and actually had won it with the Bretonnian team to start off with as well. Get the ref is going to be negated by the stadium. And we are underway. So, I mean, when you think about it, he won with the Bretonnian team, then he won with the Dark Elf team, and then a little bit later on, he won with the, I want to say, the Chaos team. And, Ducke, he's just so good. Lots of very well thought out strategy coming into the games. He just knows, it's as if he knows how you play. He does his research. You definitely know that he is doing that, and he is going to be ready to take you out. I see on the inducement, you see a bribe on the Bretonnian side, and he's definitely going to make a big use of that because he does have those linemen. And this one with the 30 player should be laying the boot in, quite possibly on anyone that he could, that gets a lot of assists on, and he can really hurt him if given the opportunity. And now the Lizardman team is going to start in, and after that, get the ball. Ball is landed a little bit short here, and kicks short here. I don't really blame the Bretonnian team for kicking it short. He does have a kick lineman to do it, so he actually opted to kick it very short. And just in case maybe there's a blitz or something like that, these Bretonnians with the +1 in agility, very much like elves, and with lots of movement allowance on them, with the 7, can definitely get to the backfield and hopefully be able to get that ball and turn it the other way. But no blitz or anything like that. It was just to get the ref, and ball lands short. Lizardman team's already in the midfield, and he's probably just going to hold the ball for the duration and then probably opt to score it around the turn 6, turn 7 mark and get the touchdown there. Bretonnian team now just going to be probably sniping away these SARS whenever possible, and then after that, he is probably going to start the fouls in earnest. Ooh, it's going to get the injury right there at the onset, and Ducke's going to have to use his apothecary, but look at that. Gonna lose the armor value on his Saurus, and that is really big right there. That's the tackle and the mighty blow and guard Saurus, and I cannot believe what I see right there. Loses a point in movement allowance, or loses a point in the armor value, and it appears that he is going to be out of luck. The apothecary not working out well, and if you guys know anything about Lizardman team, anytime you take out any of the SARS or even the crack score, that is a really, really good time for you, because Lizardman team needs their SARS and the crack score to dominate the midfield as they should. They're able to just spread out all across the line and then take you out one by one. But there, another knockback injury. It's going to be on a blocker. No apothecary is going to be used on him, and he is going to be out. So there, the numbers are going to be a little bit more even, but thankfully it is just a blocker, just going to be a level 2 blocker with guard, but still at least the numbers are even on the pitch, and Ducke will breathe a little bit easier for it. But I have to say that losing that SARS with that mighty blow, with that tackle, that is a even bigger blow, because I tell you what, with the agility access now to those knights, they are all going to get dodged pretty much as their first skill, and then after that, just make it so much more difficult to take them down. And you definitely need tackle in the long run if you're going to survive against this Bretonnian team. Ducke knows all about this Bretonnian team. As I said before, again, Champions Cup Season 1 winner. He did it with the Bretonnians as well, proving just about everyone wrong at how weak they are. And there, another injury there with the skink, and he's going to go down. It's just a sidestep at skink, so he's going to let that one go. Of course, he has no apothecary, so he has to let him go, but still, that one is okay. The Bretonnians look like they're going to be slicing in pretty soon, and I do believe that this Lizardman team might have to hurry up and just score. I'm not sure what Ducke's going to have to do now. He may have to just drop back with the skink at this point, get out of harm's way, try to hold the ball for at least a little bit longer, but I'm not exactly sure what the play is going to be at this point here. The SARS, they're going to be a little bit dominated now. I believe these skinks. That's the bad thing about having the Lizardman team. You got to play with the skinks, and on offense they're great with the ball, but all the rest of them are kind of just more or less targets. And as you can see there, Ducke's just holding on to them and just keeping them away from danger for the time being. And with a lot of guard for the Bretonnian team, this is going to be something here that is going to be a little bit more difficult to hold. And here, Satterfield, nice to see you, my friend, and Ducke in the house here. So we're going to have Ducke's point of view as well. So yes, it's quite a match thus far. And I have to say that this is going to be a game in which it took me a moment there to pick who I thought was going to win this game, to predict the winner there. But of course, I went with the Lizardman team, Ducke, anyways, because it's you, Ducke. How can I go against you? Another injury though on the lineman, and that's the one with kick and the block ability, so that is perfect here. Don't need to worry about that lineman any longer, and anytime you take out a level 3 lineman, it is going to be a much better time for you. But we are going pound for pound at this point though. Skink going down, then a lineman, and then a blocker over there, and a SARS going down as well. So this is going to be something of a bash fest. And right now, Cyberknight is stepping up to the plate and giving it to Ducke right now, and making it to where he is feeling it. And there's the fouls that I was tooting about. He's going to just get 1 assist with that. Does have that bribe, so feeling a lot more brave with it. That's for sure. Here comes the blitz here, and we'll be getting down this blocker. No, he isn't going to get a push right there, and going to just continue to hang back for the time being. Bretonnian team looking like he was slicing a little bit earlier, but the Crocs, like I said, the staple here, 6 strength, able to clog up the big old hole down the center and make life a whole lot more difficult for this Bretonnian team. But there, the hit, it's going to push him here to the background and will expose the backfield there. And that is going to be tough, but oh, nice big injury, mighty blow coming out here, and now the Apothecary is going to be used on the Knight, and he will be able to get him back in the next bit. And that is a huge one here. Going to make the Bretonnian team pop the Apothecary, and it is just turn 4. So now the Bretonnian team is going to feel a little bit more insecure about his guys, and may actually just step off here, because so far the Bretonnian team has not been afraid, has been stepping up to the plate, basing up the Lizardman team, going pound for pound, and thus far it's about even. But definitely, if he can expose these skinks and get these both down, Dice, yes, he's going to get it there. And another skink's going to go down. And that is another strategy that you can definitely do against the Lizardman team. Take out his skinks and then make it to where it will be almost nigh impossible to have a nice handle on that ball. And a Lizardman team that can't handle his balls, that's definitely not a good time for that team there. Only 2 more skinks left, and as you see, he's going to drift here to the left side, going to go to the open side, and hopefully be able to get this man down, this man down, this man down afterwards, because if he doesn't, then we're going to see a blitz on the ball carrier there. Another armor value break. That is beautiful. Now he can just blitz over the top here and just stifle these 3 Bretonnian guys on the middle of the pitch here, and he's going to sandwich them, in fact, against all the SARS, against all of the Croc scores here, and he should be feeling the pain. 1 by 1 right there. We're just going to be pushed there. Defender stumbles, and unfortunately that SARS doesn't have the tackle ability. Opting to get the +1 strength. Can't blame him there. 3-die block though. He'll get the defender down on the blocker there, and we'll be able to take him down. Unfortunately though, turn 5, and the 2 Bretonnians here are going to stay up here. We might see a blitz on the ball carrier. Don't forget, blitzer +1 in agility. Can just hop away, 3+, and then after that 2+ dodge, and we might see it here, but it looks like the blitz is going to come from the far right and open things up and try to take down the SARS right here with the mighty blow and the guard and block. We'll be able to get the friend down and be able to go through, so he should be able to get the dodge here and maybe get the touch up. No, he's not gonna risk the dodge away against the prehensile tail. Lizardman team with the skink. Will he go for the touchdown? No, looks like he's not going to do it there. Ducke opting to hold it for a little bit longer here, and he should be able to get a easy screen here after the blitz by the SARS here. Take down that man, the closest guy to the ball, and then after that stick him right there and close off all manner of hits against that skink ball carrier. And so now the touchdown is all but assured here for the Lizardman team. So Ducke should be going up 1-0 by the end of the first half, but status quo, I say. Bretonnian team actually looking pretty good against this Lizardman team now. And I have to say, as long as the Bretonnians don't lose any more guys here, then he should be on his way to giving Ducke a good fight and a good run for his money as well. Another armor value break. Looks like it's just going to be stunned for now, though. And the Bretonnian team just needs to do enough here to at least make it a nice threat and try to force the score a little bit earlier, because the Bretonnian team, he could actually just, ooh, he could jump through. That's what he really could do. But unfortunately, 2-die block is not going to be enough. No tackle for that Blizzard, so could not take the defender stumbles earlier, and then the buff down die, not good enough. And we are going to see the Lizardman team. I think this is going to be just enough pressure here. But as I was about to say before, Bretonnian team, they have some good movement allowance, and with catch on their blitzers, on their knights, they can turn it into, and I wouldn't say easily, but definitely something that the Lizardman team has to be worried about. So if anything, if you could try to hold the ball for just one more turn, that would be quite perfect. But I do believe that the Bretonnian team has done enough to force the touchdown. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But yes, there we go. He's going to dodge waiting there. Yes, Ducke says that he's going to put himself in the cage and going to try to hold the ball, knowing that the Bretonnian team, yes, he can make those 2-turn touchdowns. And he definitely needs to watch out, and he needs to hold the ball for one more turn right there. So he's going to form up the cage. This top left side, though, is a bit open for attack. So 1-die block. Oh, it's going to come out in great. Oh, man, that was pretty clutch. If this ends up just being a push or something, then the blocker just stands right back up. And he should be able to get an assist there. But he should be. He could have actually used him to maybe get the block on the stars, because then he could maybe get the wrestle him down, then maybe get the blitz off. But it looks like he's just gonna instead just go ahead, get the blitz on the skink 2-die block, and yes, he's gonna take out that skink, and there you go. He's gonna have enough assist there on him. 1-die, 2-die block here, because he's got the +1 strength right there. And as I said, though, he did end up using the blitz here instead on the skink. But boy, if had it just been like a push or something like that, then he would have been able to hit back or something like that. But then again, he would have been able to just get the push and keep him away. Doesn't want to base him up there. So blocker, though, with that defender down, could not do much more on the top left side of the cage. Just enough to threaten it for the time being. And with the sidestep, has to close him off, make sure he's away from the ball. And you're going to just stand in the front line. But the skink with loads of movement allowance can just run around the right side. And again, we should see this touchdown coming up after the 3-die blitz from the Croc School. Really wants to get down. A big injury, and Eric, number 2, is going to go down. He's got the mighty blow and tackle as well, and that is much too bad. And we'll see the touchdown there at the end. 1-0 Ducke. He goes up. Cyberknight, I think he's taking a bit too much damage there, and I think that one extra hit there on the tackle and the mighty blow blocker, that could be the difference right there. Luckily, though, Bretonnian team does have a good enough complement to come in. But oh man, look at that! The knight that got KO'd continues to stay out, but it is just be the end of the 8th round, so not a big deal. Has another chance at the KO to come back. But man, look at that! Both of these blockers paying the price here. Mighty blow with the tackle is going to be out for this blocker, and then this other blocker with the guard. It's going to be a big miss. Bretonnian team really needs their blockers to stay on the pitch if he wants to stay viable against this Lizardman team. But like I said now, though, it is going to be the Bretonnians' offensive try in the next coming. And I have to say that it is going to be something of a... It's going to be something that the Bretonnian team really needs to get down some more of these Lizardman team, try to get the ball down the pitch, get that touchdown, and then push this into overtime. And as I said before, if we can get some more injuries here, as he has been doing, then the Bretonnian teams are going to be looking a whole lot better. Lizardman team and Bretonnians are going, again, still pound for pound, but just a couple of skinks compared to a couple of blockers there. So I definitely would say that the Lizardman team is winning on the injury front at this moment. But at least the Bretonnian team is getting injuries, and if we could possibly get down some more skinks, that would definitely be choice. Definitely. Here comes the foul there, and look at a number of assists here on that SARS. So we should see the armor value break. Yes, it is going to be an armor value break, and it's going to be causing yet another injury. That's the danger of playing against Bretonnian teams. They are going to get linemen, and they are going to foul with them, and with dirty player on them, they're always a threat, always. And there is another big injury. Like I said, Bretonnians always so dangerous to play against because they will wreck your team if given the chance. Oh boy, that right there was absolutely needed. If he did not get that injury off on that SARS, then I would almost dare to say that the Bretonnian team would have an uphill battle. But now, with that SARS going down, the Bretonnian team's job has gotten a whole lot easier. And, I mean, as I have said in the beginning, the Lizardman team, they need their SARS, they need their Crocs, dominate the midfield, and then after that, push back, get some injuries. After that, then dominate and get the ball out of the hands and win it. But now, SARS and the Crocs line may not be able to hold up. I mean, thankfully though, it is a 6th strength Crocs score right there, and then a 5th strength SARS still going to be on the line. So this still could make up the difference right there. The missing 2 SARS that's necessary to hold up the midfield. But Bretonnian teams, like I said, it's going to be quick on their feet, quick snap even, and he should be able to run around the side and get through. Thank you so much for that follow, Gimlick. Really appreciate that, my friend. And we are definitely going to see the Cross-Platform Cup coming up, guys. Cross-Platform Cup match schedules and the teams coming up soon. I did say that we're going to do it on 7 p.m. GMT, but we are covering this game right now, just letting people come in first, and then me and Bernie Buffin is going to go in and see about trying to get all those out to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Okay, trying to use so we can discuss. Okay, Bernie Buffin is looking like we got something here. So, alright, so we got the VGP show here. Okay, great. Alright, so we got the chat here for Discord about to go up, and we are going to be covering the Cross-Platform Cup. And if you guys don't know too much about it, it is going to be a great one here. It is PC versus Xbox versus PlayStation. 3 rounds of 5-on-5 matches. And I tell you what, I'm really excited for it, because who indeed is going to be the consoles or the PC master race? And right now it's like Satterfield is saying PC master race. Oh, you better believe that I'm on the PC side, and I will get all that coverage to you just as I've always done here on the quick replay format as well, so you guys could definitely catch all of the action. Yes, it's not going to be in-depth, but it's still going to be loads of fun to watch. And I have to say that I'm extremely curious to see what the PC, what the PS4 and the Xbox people have. And I have to say that, man, I just can't wait. I really can't wait. Currently, though, obviously, the PC people are favored to win. But I have to say, though, if you look at the roster and you look at the match experience between everyone, I mean, it's just not a done deal, is it? So we'll see how that's going to shape up in the next bit. But for right now, let's go ahead and focus more on this game as the Lizardman team continues to play some nice defense here. Bretonnian team just going to hang back for the time being. Has the ball and needs to try to win some more up on the front line. Cannot allow this Lizardman team to dominate in the midfield and get comfortable. That's the thing here. That is definitely the thing you have to watch out here. Now that you've taken down 2 of the stars of the Lizardman team, you need to make sure that the Lizardman team does not stay comfortable and dominate the midfield and continue to play his game. No, you can't let that happen. You either need to just continue to get the bash on, or after that, not after that, but, or just try to make it a lot more uncomfortable. Take out some more of these games, get the numbers advantage on your side, and just watch as the Lizardman team tries in vain to pick that ball up with the 1 agility stars or even the Croc score right there. Gonna just go ahead and float along the right side. Is okay because it's got the sidestep, but as I said before, Side cages, I hate them. Fan Fox, that's right, guys. We're gonna see the cross-platform cup come up soon. There we go, my friends. Yes, all these answers I don't necessarily know because I'm not the one adminning, so we're gonna have to take Fan Fox's word on it and take 3 minutes, but I'm not extremely sure on the format, but all of that will be answered. Bernie is gonna be one of the admins, and he's also one of the, he's actually the PS4 captain, so he should know a little bit more about it, so we should be able to get all of those questions out in the next bit. As soon as this game's over, we will cover it, and I do believe we may see a lot more action here, so this game might not end for another, I think, 30 more minutes, but that's okay though. Like I said, we'll get more people to come in, and once we have, I think we're gonna get at least 30 people, if not up to 40, maybe 50 people in here, so we should see quite a good number of guys in here. Let me go ahead and see if Bernie is ready to rock soon. Maybe we can get Bernie in here. Of course, Bernie will be at a disadvantage because he's going to be possibly watching off of Twitch and won't be on real time, and that's kind of tough to commentate, but I guess he's not really a commentator, so I guess just as well. Bretonnians again laying the boot in, and thus far the ref has absolutely been blind. All of these fouls and no fouls, even one of them being called, and the bribe still in hand for this Bretonnian team, making it extraordinarily uncomfortable for this Lizardman team. He always constantly have to be aware of that foul, and so with that he can't stretch out and put his SARS out there on his own. Either that, he will get fouled for his trouble. So he really needs to watch out for that and be conscientious of where he's putting his SARS's and even his crack score, because if he hangs them out there to dry, the boot is going to be laid in and going to be by that lineman there. Ducke knows the danger, and he will go in there, and he will blitz him down as well. So there you go. It just kind of tells you right there, and I was just now talking about it. The lineman with the dirty player is such a key piece. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? You think dirty player, oh, you know, I'll pass it up, maybe I'll get kicked, maybe I'll get blocked, but no, you guys out there, get dirty player for your lineman if you're playing the Bretonnian team. It's so dangerous. Look at that. I mean, even one of the greatest players here for the PC took the time out to blitz out that lineman with the dirty player. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. He'll stand right back up. Too bad he's got 2 agility, otherwise he'd try to dodge out, but he will just stand right back up and be in danger of getting hit once again by the mighty blow SARS right there, but that's okay. Again, he's just a lineman with 1 skill, so it's just one of those things where Bretonnians, it's just like, yeah, he's great, but then at the same time, he's not so great. So whatever, he's just gonna stand right back up, face up the Lizardman team, make it a whole lot uncomfortable as he has been doing, and boy, he is taking down these SARS one by one. He's not even gonna do the foul with the dirty player. Here we go. Non-dirty player foul, but it's still going to be with 2 assists, and we're going to see if that's going to produce anything more. He will get the on-the-value break and a stun, but I do believe with the no call, we will definitely take that as the Bretonnian player right there, and that is beautiful. And oh, even more beautiful, SARS finally lays out the lineman with the dirty player, and just going to stun him back, but boy, he doesn't need to worry about him for just another round. The Bretonnian team looking pretty good on the right side, should be able to get by the right side, and Skinks are going to be in the front line and going to try to hold up the ball carrier, and of course the Skinks, they are your last line of defense, but when you need to rely on them on defense, that is something of a tell right there, right? I mean, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna get my Skinks in there and try to stop you. Ooh. But yeah, normally you probably see 1 or 2 of the Skinks with diving tackle to be a little bit more of a defensive threat, but I do believe not too many of these Skinks right there are high end level, so no diving tackles on any of these Skinks right there, and gonna have to just kind of hold serve for the time being. Looks like we're gonna get a blitz on the Stars, and already the screen is gonna be put up for the ball carrier. He's gonna just run on through and get the support that he needs. Gonna stay right by that guard blocker as well. Or actually, yes, it is the blocker right there. The lineman will go just enough to screen off and get up there and hold off the Lizard Man team. But is he going up a little bit too far? Ooh, gonna get skulled there on the one dive block, and not gonna use the reroll there, and gonna just go down to the hit, and I guess that's okay. Sars without the mighty blow, gonna take that skull, and the king says, "Praise the sun." Jackie's gonna go down with the KO, and just gonna be a level 1 lineman, and that is one less on the pitch. Bretonnian team might be forced to score this touchdown a little bit early, and you better believe Lizardman team with those skinks with the movement allowance 8, they are definitely a danger to move the ball into in great ease. I have to say, I mean, there's not too many times in which the skinks need to score it into, but they can definitely do it right here. But I believe the Bretonnians might have enough here in the tank to hold it for yet another round. Should be able to get this hit off here, and then maybe try to get some help over there on this Saurus, but oh, that might be a hard one here. Now the Saurus is going to be in the way of these two guys. Look at that, Ducke, so much good. He's so much good positioning there. I mean, he's just the master of positioning there for any of the teams that he plays. Just anything that you're thinking of, it's like Ducke's one step ahead of you. He's like, oh, okay, you want to try to get some knights over there to maybe help out? Nope. I'm going to cut him off here with my SARS, and then after that, you are in trouble, my friend. And there's the blitz, and we should see the touchdown thereafter by the Bretonnian team. There you go, and he will get it. 1-1, Cyberknight will score it and tie it up, but Ducke, he's gonna have a chance now to get the W in regulation, and if you can try to win in regulation, you definitely should try to do it. 3 more turns, and so that is plenty of time to do so. SARS in the front line thus far. Injuries, non-factor there in the second half. First half, we was just nothing but bloodshed. Second half was a little bit more mild. I have to say that much for sure. Let's see what Bernie Buffin would say here. I'd love to, but I'm rushing around getting everything done. Almost done. Saving down as we speak. We going offline? Nope. We are not going offline. Nope. Not going offline. Just gonna stay online until we go. Okay, I'll wait for you in Discord chat. Alright, so I'm gonna get in. Alright, great. I'm gonna just wait for Bernie to show up in Discord. So Bernie, if you're out there, or if anyone knows Bernie, please give him a message saying that I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting, Bernie. Oh yeah. Alright, Lizardman team gonna see about trying to score it in 3 and win this baby in regulation, and then get us into the cross-platform cup. But if he overstretches and the Bretonnian team is able to stop her up, this Lizardman team, we are definitely going into OT. And what a great game so far. Cyberknight is proven that he can definitely stay toe-to-toe against one of the best. Yes, throw rock and get the ref. Kickoff events are blocked for the moment. So what a great stadium inducement this was, because this game was just marred with a whole bunch of things that really wanted to come out. Like, we had get the ref earlier, and then a throw rock that has been negated on the kickoff. So man, you talk about a stadium inducement to get. This might be it right there. The Squeak Sandwich Kiosk. Hey King, I'll tell you what, that rock could have went anywhere. Who knows? Now it is going to be the Bretonnian team here. He needs to stop her up, the skink, from going by, and he needs to be careful, because with the 9 movement allowance on him, he needs to be careful. He needs to make sure that he has a safety. so that Ducke doesn't just run away with the ball and just make it to where he's absolutely safe. Then all he needs is a 3+ dodge to just get away and get the quickie touchdown at the end. So now the Bretonnian team has to watch out, has to play some pretty good defense now and force it into overtime, if anything, and then make all the good people out there wait and see for the cross-platform cup. Yeah, the Lizardman team definitely doesn't like to see throw rise because it hits a skink and it's just like, ouch. It's more often than not going to prove very fatal to a skink. And there's another armor value break, and that's great because now it is going to cause a nice opening here to take advantage of by the skink. And he should be getting in there, and he is. Cage forming up. Looks like Ducke's not afraid of getting the front part of the cage based up, and I guess for good reason. This guy, it's not like he has guard or anything like that, so not necessarily helping out in the front line, and gonna just base him up and make it to where it is a whole lot more difficult to hold up. Lyracian, thank you for that follow, very much appreciate that. All the Champions Cup coverage right here, and now the cross-platform cup coming up pretty soon. And like I said, guys, we are out there. Bernie's out there. Bernie will come in when the last team is done. Okay, thank you, Gimli. Yes, Ducke was ranked number 5 in the season. I think Ducke actually got the Lizardman team up in the ladder very quickly, and then after that I just took a vacation. So that's just one of those things. It was like, okay, guys, this is my Lizardman team's standings. This is how many games I've won. Try to beat me. That's pretty much how it went. Promise to make a Batman tribute team with Vamps. Yes, please do, Ducke. Like I said, make sure they're nice and dark, and you know, make one of them like, you know, name them after the actors that had been Batman before. You know, like Ben Affleck and you know Michael Keaton, stuff like that. And then at least make one of the vampires me. VGP. Batman. I suppose so. No, even better, right? And then once you do that, you get a really great record, and then you win another Champions Cup, and then the meme will never go away from me. That'd be awesome. Waiting for the last team from the Xbox squad. Adam West's best vampire. I suppose so. And there the skink is gonna drop by the left side, and he will get a couple of dodges, and he will get the touchdown. Ducke is done with this game, 2-1, just like that. You cannot hold back the charge. It's like the skink got punted through at the end, and Ducke gets the dubs. 3+3+, and you can't stop the stunty dodges, and that is it. Might as well just put it all on one thing and then just go for it. 63 blocks succeeded, and just got 4 injuries and 2 KOs. So injury-wise, the Bretonnian team's pretty much lucking out there. Not as many armor value breaks as one would expect, and because of that, the Bretonnian team was able to still continue to stay in it. As I said, throughout the match, Bretonnian team had been basing up the Lizardman team throughout, and actually pounding back. 3 injuries being inflicted, and actually causing an MNG for one of the SARs. So Ducke's gonna do something about that in the next bit. And let's go ahead and jump straight into the brackets here. And Ducke's Lizardman team will move on after a nice showing. Boy, that was definitely a tough game. Many people be like, oh yeah, Bretonnians, that would be an easy win for Ducke, but not so. Not so at all. I mean, you gotta deal with fouls, you gotta deal with those pesky knights coming in, and your skinks are just never really safe, and lots of armor value breaks on the Lizardman team. It just came down to whether or not those 2 dodges by the skink at the end was gonna make it, and whether or not we were gonna see overtime. And if the Bretonnian team would have gotten the ball in overtime, it would have been a very difficult moment for the Lizardman team to stop that Bretonnian player from actually winning the game if he had won the overtime coin toss. So that's just how close Ducke came to losing that match. Alright, and so now we are going to be covering